Have you ever considered how powerful time is, especially when it comes to our relationship with God? Time. It's a concept that governs our lives, yet it's often overlooked. It's the invisible thread weaving the tapestry of our existence. Each tick of the clock, each passing moment, is a testament to the constant, relentless march of time. We plan our days, weeks, months and years, scheduling every activity, every task, down to the last second. But have you ever stopped to ponder the significance of time in your life? Consider for a moment the things you prioritize: your job, your relationships, your hobbies. These are important facets of life, and rightly so. But amidst the hustle and bustle of our daily routines, it's easy to overlook the things that don't scream for our attention. The things that quietly wait for us to make time for them. One such thing is our relationship with God. It's easy to push it to the side, to say, "I'll pray later," or "I'll read the Bible when I have more time." Yet, the irony is that we never seem to have more time. Time, you see, is not something we can create more of. It's not a commodity that can be bought or sold. It's a finite resource, and once it's gone forever. In the grand scheme of things, our time here on earth is but a fleeting moment, a blink of an eye. Yet what we do with that time, how we choose to spend it, can echo into eternity. When we make time for God, we're investing in something far greater than ourselves. We're nurturing a relationship that transcends the constraints of earthly time, a connection that can bring us peace, joy, and a sense of purpose. The truth is, time is a gift, and how we use it can significantly impact our relationship with God. So I ask you, how will you choose to spend your time today? In the book of Ephesians, the Apostle Paul shares a profound thought about time. He writes in Ephesians chapter 5, verses 15 and 16, "Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil." Now, let's dive a little deeper into what this scripture is trying to convey. Paul is urging us to be cautious and mindful of how we live our lives. He's not simply talking about avoiding wrongdoing or striving to do good. No, he's speaking about the essence of our existence, the way we spend our time, the choices we make, the priorities we set. He's reminding us that wisdom isn't merely about knowledge or understanding, but about applying that understanding to our lives in a practical, meaningful way. He continues, making the most of every opportunity. The original Greek word for opportunity here is kairos, which means a right, critical, or opportune moment. It's not just about filling our schedules or keeping busy. It's about recognizing those crucial moments when we can make a real difference, when we can truly touch another person's life, or when we can grow and evolve in our own spiritual journey. Then Paul concludes with a rather stark statement, because the days are evil. This isn't a pessimistic view of the world, but rather a realistic understanding of the challenges we face. It's an acknowledgement that we live in a world filled with distractions, temptations, and struggles that can easily lead us astray or consume our time with things that ultimately do not matter. Taken together, this scripture is not merely a call to live wisely, but a call to live meaningfully, with purpose, with intention, with an acute awareness of the value of each moment. This scripture challenges us to reflect on how we spend our time and to consider whether we're truly using it wisely. In our modern world, the struggle to set aside time for God is real. Our lives are filled with a whirlwind of activities, from the moment we wake up until we lay our heads down to rest. We are caught in the constant stream of work, social obligations, and personal pursuits, often forgetting to pause and connect with the divine. Imagine a day in your life. The alarm rings, you scramble out of bed, quickly get ready, and rush to work. The day is a blur of meetings, deadlines, and tasks. Then, once you're home, it's a quick dinner, maybe sometime in front of the TV or scrolling through social media, and then it's off to bed to do it all over again. Where in this routine is there room for God? The distractions of our modern world are plentiful. Social media, with its never-ending stream of updates, can consume hours of our day. Television shows, movies, and video games offer escapism, but can also become time-consuming obsessions. Even our work, as necessary as it is, can become an idol when it takes precedence over our spiritual health. The demands on our time are relentless. Family obligations, social events, hobbies, and personal pursuits. All of these things are important, of course, but when they prevent us from making time for God, we need to take a step back and reevaluate our priorities. It's not just about finding time, but about making time. It's about consciously choosing to set aside a portion of our day for prayer, for reading scripture, for quiet contemplation. It's about recognizing the importance of our relationship with God and prioritizing it above all else. The struggle to make time for God in our hectic, distraction-filled lives is a real one. But remember, this isn't a battle we have to fight alone. God is always there, patiently waiting for us to turn our attention to Him. We just need to make the choice to do so. The struggle is real, but the solution is within our reach. So, how can we make time for God amidst our busy lives? This question may seem daunting at first, but it is simpler than you might think. The first, and perhaps most effective method, is through morning devotions. Before the world wakes up, before the hustle and bustle of the day begins, set aside some quiet time to commune with God. This could be through prayer, reading scripture, or simply sitting in silence, allowing His peace to fill your heart. As the proverb says, "Early will I seek thee." By starting your day with God, you invite His guidance and blessings into every moment that follows. Next, there's prayer time. This doesn't have to be a formal, hour-long session set aside each day, though it certainly can be if that suits your schedule. Prayer can be as simple as a few quiet moments stolen in the middle of the day, a silent conversation with God as you go about your daily tasks. Remember, prayer is not about eloquence or length, but about sincerity of heart. Lastly, consider integrating God into your daily activities. This might sound complicated, but it's really quite simple. It could be as easy as saying a quick prayer of thanks before a meal, or taking a moment to appreciate the beauty of creation on your daily walk. It's about acknowledging God's presence in your life in small, tangible ways each and every day. Making time for God is not a matter of rearranging your schedule, but rather a shift in perspective. It's about recognizing that every moment is a gift from God and choosing to honor Him in each one. It requires a conscious decision, a commitment to seek Him in the midst of our busy lives. Remember, it's not about having time, it's about making time. It's about choosing to prioritize God, to invite Him into your day, into your life. It's about cultivating a relationship with Him, one moment at a time. Because in the end, the time we spend with God is the most valuable time of all. Remember, it's not about having time, it's about making time. Now it's your turn to make a choice. Consider the rhythm of your days, the cadence of your hours, the beat of your minutes. In the symphony of your life, where does God feature? Is He a recurring theme or a fleeting cameo? Does His presence echo in the crescendos and the decrescendos, or is He lost in the noise? Look at the great expanse of time given to you. Time is a canvas, and all of us are artists brushing strokes of choices across it. Each stroke colours a moment, each moment a memory, and each memory a piece of our lives. Now think about the colours you choose. Are they colours of peace, joy and love? Are they colours that reflect the splendour of the Creator? Or are they colours of chaos, stress and distraction? The choice is yours to make. You can decide to consciously dedicate more time to God. You can decide to let His presence permeate your days, to let His words guide your actions, to let His love shape your choices. You can decide to make Him the conductor of your life's symphony. And what will this yield, you might wonder? A closer relationship with God brings about a richness of spirit and a depth of understanding. It brings about a peace that surpasses all understanding, a joy that's uncontainable, a love that's unquenchable. It brings about a clarity of purpose, a strength of conviction, a steadiness of faith. It brings about a life of meaning, a life of fulfillment, a life of purpose. The potential benefits are immense, and the choice is yours to make. It's a choice that echoes not just in the confines of this life, but in the halls of eternity. It's a choice that shapes not just your present, but your future. It's a choice that impacts not just you, but those around you. The time is now. Make it count. Make time for God.